the owners of Nation Media Group about a series of complaints government has accumulated over so many years against the media company. He had a report this thick. The stories I have done over the last 5 years that are biased, untrue. You remember in journalism we have 4 principles. First of all, we must always be truthful and accurate. Then we must also be fair and balanced. So John Mhozi's aim was to show that the Monitor and the sister television station, NTV, have been reporting stories during the news analysis, many of which are untrue and inaccurate, and many of which are unfair and unbalanced.
According to information eri mu kutambula, we are getting closer and closer to the reopening of NTV Monitor. Ngola ku screen yawo, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba met NMG owners, Rostam Azizi, Sam Aziz and Tarif Limited. Kuga batudde ku table, buli omu n'amakinga stand ye clear. Government ne bagamba tuyimiridde wano. Abagaga ba NMG ne bagamba this is what's happening. Nakola video nga nkugamba nti I think mundowooza yange this was the reason for the closure, this meeting. Okufuna dialogue eyo begeyemu. Government esolotula ku table ne ba owners ba NMG bafune dialogue eno. Nakubuuza mu video okubiri gye nakola nti will NMG NTV Monitor be the same after this dialogue? Wangamba mu comment section you think abasinga obungi ku mwenzi soma mwangamba mulowooza nti nothing will change. Ngenda kudamu nkikubuuze. You've seen the pictures. You've seen the owners. I told you these are businessmen. In a business y'abantu. They are shareholders. Rostam Aziz musajja mugagga. He is a rich man. I don't think agana kola investment nga musanyufu kufirwa sente. The dialogue has happened. Everyone seems happy. Nga wala wano. Mweno slide. Njaka highlighting. People are smiling. Meaning we are nearing a resolution. Pictures were taken. Singa emboozi yagaanyi okukwatagana nga wavelength ya njawulo, I doubt would have such pictures. Something happened. The dialogue was positive as per the pictures. We had Andrew Mwenda come out. Now kunyola what happened briefly in the meeting. Ngagamba nti CDF muka video kenkuzanyide yadda ina compilation of cases. Meaning the government has been preparing for this. Tebachiguddembugwi, nothing happened overnight. This was something calculated. It wasn't a random decision. Yes, we might have seen ku exinga general value agamba NTV njigadde blah blah blah, but this was calculated. As per the report of our video Andrew Mwenda jafulumiza ku NBS, chikulaga nti government had done enough research about Chebogerako. Do I think it's the truth? I don't think. I could be biased because I love NTV. I could be biased because I love Monitor. So, what you say lens, maybe those people view it as being biased. Saga to join to gamenti o baba nyigiriza NTV Monitor chusa lens. How do those people view it? Mumaso Ganga would say it's non-biased. But it's possible. I'm seeing that because bampa chenjagala okulaba. So simanyi. I would love to look at the compilation over the results of their analysis because bagament they saw like 100 stories. But Uyambe was releasing them to public. So that we also analyze them to labe indeed are these biased? Are these lies? Because Andrew Mwenda Gamienti, the general said they were coming up with lies. Ntibali imbaba fumba stories. Nandi agadde okulaba kweyo compilation. Indeed, if they've been biased over the years, then you would say they deserve the government okwekubira omulanga in such a format. Now, from what we've seen over the years, it doesn't seem to be. It looks like badde bakola omulimo cause UCC ebadde nsanyufu. They were happy with their work. Nga tobalaba nti babateekako embeera gwe mugaso gwabwe. If the body in the country responsible to oversee such basanyufu, UCC nsanyufu, then the idea that they are biased, they are a mouthpiece of the opposition, bannansi bayinza obutakigula nnyo unless otuwadde that analysis, because I don't think any of us has ever done it. Nti otudde wansi ofunye cases 100 out of 100 cases nokola analysis nogamba nti such stories were biased. No one has ever done it. So if they are saying they did it, if they can make the results public for the Ugandans to be able to see and judge for themselves, naye ate wokyogera nga tofulumiza rizaati, people will doubt you. Andrew Mwenda yagambye what? Watch.
The owners of Nation Media Group about a series of complaints government has accumulated over so many years against the media company. He had a report this thick. The stories I have done over the last 5 years that are biased, untrue. You remember in journalism we have 4 principles. First of all, we must always be truthful and accurate. Then we must also be fair and balanced. So General Moses' aim was to show that the Monitor and its sister television station, NTV, have been reporting stories during the news analysis, many of which are untrue and inaccurate, and many of which are unfair and unbalanced. We had done a simulation of the top 100 cover stories Monitor and NTV had done each on government. 97% had been negative of the last 100 major stories.
I'm a man of science. I believe in evidence and figures. Publish it. New Vision will release the results so that the public consumes it, so that the public can see the results. Abantu nganze who believe in evidence and proof, I promise you this, if you release it nga they show that NTV and Monitor have been biased, I'll come out and make a video about it. Nemukasera kano, we are relying on your word. We are relying on your word without proof. And you're asking people to believe it. Chigena kubera kizibu kuzi ngaye nkugambye bino ebintu bya media biba bias. People are biased towards what they are watching. Omuntu alamuna Uganda +256 talaba nti we do something wrong. Naye ate nga you find in the eyes of someone else we are doing something wrong. There's always bias in television, in content creation, in whatever you see. Buli kyolaba mbulamu, you're going to be biased towards one end. So to prove us wrong, publish the findings of the 100 cases zemwa simulating nga ziraga nti these people were biased. I'm guaranteeing this 100%. I'll come back here, I'll make a video showing the public where the bias is. Because I think I have a basic understanding of how mathematics works. I can look at figures and make sense of them. I promise you this, I'll come here. If we are wrong, we shall apologize. If NMG was wrong, tujajukomerera. If indeed they've been biased in the last 100 cases, over the last 100 publications, we shall come out, criticize them, ask them or put them to the test for them to improve. Demukasera kano, we are not seeing anything. We are not seeing clear reasons why they were closed. People will think there's an agenda against them because of a few stories they've run, a few stories that you could say are not palatable with the government. And because they've criticized certain important figures in the government, powerful figures, is the reason why they've been closed. Muna Uganda ajja kulowooza bw'atyo.
And there are 97% were negative on government. On the opposition, they were 100% positive or sympathetic. So Jerome Moses' argument is that this is not journalism, this is activism. We don't have a newspaper, we have a party mouthpiece, an opposition mouthpiece. And all that the government of Uganda wants, he wants, is a newspaper that is fair and balanced, that is truthful and accurate, that provides context, that in reporting about the government, it is able to provide a full picture, not a one-sided picture. In reporting about the opposition, it should do the same.
Wetuli. So far where we are, you can tell we are getting closer and closer to the reopening of NTV and Monitor. we are nearing the end of this entire saga. Ngena kudamu nkubuuze. After all you've seen, do you genuinely think NTV, especially NTV, Monitor, will come back the same? That's a legit question. What I usually term as an elephant in the room, do you think following this dialogue, NMG will be the same? NTV ejja kukomawo ng'eri gomite. Monitor ejja kusigala nga eri gomite. Nga ba bosses ba meetings abanene, the big bosses, they came on ground, never meeting the CDF. They met with the government, they've had a dialogue. Will they be the same? Ojja chintera mu comment section wansawo tuyongereyo ka video ako. The former speaker AAA osobola okumulaba nga alimpinga akwata ku rails z'amadaala posing. She appears to be in visible pain in one of the legs. Chendowooza ogulu kwa left. Omulaba nga akwata ku rail using the left hand to try and reduce the weight ku gulu okwo. And the right leg moves forward. We had the stories nti yali mulwadde nnyo nga azimbye. The picture kye twafuna mu 20 yali azimbye nga ali kumpi kwabika from Haji Nsereko. The consistent thing nti batugamba alina clot mu kugulu, DVT, deep vein thrombosis. We are seeing her struggling to walk with a limp, meaning story was oyinza okugamba 90% accurate. Talabika kuba nti mulwadde nnyo muyi afa nga ekifaananyi kye baatuwa, but she looks sick. A video I think was recorded either over the weekend or last week. Omulaba nga embeera gy'alimu tetiisa nnyo, baatuwa ekifaananyi nti afa aggwawo, baatuwa ekifaananyi nti azimbye nenna ali kumpi kwabika. She looks nice. She is a lady eyeefaako. One thing you should give her yeerabirira. She looks nice and healthy. Tumusabira abeere bulungi, Allah amusuuse. Sijja kujja wano ntandike okufujja obusagwambu o alwale agende Sumaye Bukedeya. I don't do that. I don't preach message eziri toxic. I don't pray for people's downfalls. My life is not that bad nti njagala okufuna happiness from the downfall of someone. Yes, I know we have differences with her, majority of us, taxpayers. She's caught up in a scandal of yarasendeze gwanga. She's being investigated. Nesijja kujja wano ntandika okufujja obusagwa bwa TikTok mbu alwale agende Bukedeya. Sijja kikola ekyo. Tweyongereyo. Miriam Atembe, she was given bail. Bamusumuludde. In the first place, teyandibadde mukomera. It's embarrassing to the nation. It's embarrassing to all of us. Now wandaba kiswaza okulaba nti omuntu ali in her 70s was sent to a prison n'asulayo. So we are happy nti yafulumye, but this shouldn't be the standard. This shouldn't be the case just because someone has said something nga tulina okumuteeka mu kkomera. No. I don't think her words were that harmful. I don't think the message they are preaching pushing sectarianism. I always believe nti everyone is entitled to their opinion, but it seems to be a different case right now in the country. Nti endowooza yo eyinza okutuusa owakyamu. If you're not careful, n'oyisaawo endowooza, I'm going to use the word palatable, with some forces in the country, endowooza eyinza okutuusa owakyamu. So in her case, oyinza okugamba nti her opinions, her expressions, her message, her following, and maybe what she believes in. I'm saying maybe because toli mutima gwe byamutuusizza okusula mu kkomera. Omukyala omukulu. She can easily be your mom, my mom. It's so sad. Tweyongereyo. Talking about okuwendowooza, I saw this story. Obundabidde akaseera sikola content wa kulumba bantu. Breaking news. These are things ebiyinza otuusa omuntu mu kkomera. I usually don't blame anyone who presses charges against some people abakola breaking news. Omwami oyo came out and said nti Jose Chameleone yakola DNA and one of his children tebali babe. Seriously, why would you do that? Ofuna much. I know we are in the space of Mfulumiza mawulire, I'm going to trend. What do you benefit in pushing such news? Ofuna much okola breaking news ngeyo. The kids banabana bakosa internet, they will see it. Some of these things munja kunsa say language ngendo kozesa, it's common sense. Posting such a thing mutabani wa Chameleone muwalawe agenda kuchisoma. Banabana bali Bulaya, they're in the US. They have iPhones at the age of 5. 3 years, they have iPhones. Basoma, they know how to read. So, ajakubila ku internet, alabenti tata yakola DNA and one of us is not the child. Mentally, chigenda kumulekawa. Go ofinye clicks, bakuogeddeko like right now we are doing, okoze breaking news. Mujja kunsa said, I'm not attacking anyone here. That's why I'm not mentioning names. Generally speaking, abantu abali mu your space yokola breaking news. That's why you end up in prison. That's why abantu babasiba for defamation. So Chameleone wakera kumacha na kulopa ku police. Can you provide evidence of what you're talking about? Okoze post, okoze breaking news. Can you back it up with evidence? Echo, putting that aside, put yourself in the position of banavana. Basoma ebintu bino. Kids say these things. The kids, it's so important obokola content, stop involving people's kids. Obo ino obuzibu ne Chameleone mukube. I'm all for that. Muweke ndowooza omukubo muteke once naye muve ku baana b'abantu. Muve ku bakyala b'abantu. Attack someone if you have issues with them. Attack them bonga bo mujja kwesotingireyo. Ajja kusanga ajja kusanze akube ebikonde. Naye involving kids with a matter it is sensitive weight nga ochiteka ku social media. No, we can do better. We can do better than this. Not everything deserves to be given opinions on. Yes, olandinze ku mawulire nti DNA yakolebwa kikomaawo. Yes, Daniela might see it and she could dismiss it. Naye omwana ajja kukiraba kijja kumusigala ku mutwe. These are kids and they remember everything. Ajja kukubira tata mugambe nti ndabye mawulire bagamba one of us is not your kid. Ani. The chase for clout, the chase for clicks will land some of you in trouble. Not every story deserves to be jumped on. So chimuntu eno chiwakendo was be extremely careful. I won't be surprising a Chameleone akunonya. I won't be surprising a Chameleone agambe jangu tuogeremu kwa bweru. Sigenda kubera surprising a Chameleone a pressing a charges. If he does it, I support him 1,000%. Whether I'm only a matuf or not, no one cares. You don't do that. Singa ya video na agamba nakola DNA nesanga omu ku baana bange si wange, fine, well and good, move on. Now you don't have a right to expose such sensitive news. In the chase of clout, in the chase of views, clicks, we can do better than this. Njagala mpendo wosa mu comment section wansawo ku bintu byenkonyeko. Inebadde crazy things happening in Uganda. Storage and Asose, NMG. What do you think about it? DNA. Breaking news. Abantu abali mu space. People who come out, no lugambo, in the search of clout views. Mpendo wosa mu comment section wansawo. Njakula mu video dako. Peace.